Takes on Zubi. 10 months or so for Spain. Sit back. Down goes Lamine Yamal. Free kick to Spain. Portugal thought they had dealt with his threat, but he wasn't fit.
The wall, try and get it up and down quickly.
Pedri leaves it for Lamine Yamal. Oh, that's
why I think they're sitting off Portugal ever so slightly.
Hamston plays quarterback, picks up the wide receiver, Nico Williams. This is Pedri! Oh, he just opened his body as if he was going to pick his spot. That is a glorious opportunity for the Buck. Correa's in support. Williams sees the far top. Mendy. Rattling in on top of him was Conceição. It was a thundering leap from Gonzalo Inacio, and he... Mendy to Yamal. Back into the danger area, and it's not been dealt with by João Neves, and Spain are in to bounce. Martin Zubimendi. It's only his second ever international goal.
Hands it back out for Pedro Neto. The flag stayed down the whole time. Neto into the middle. Nuno Mendes. Nuno Mendes! What a response! Portugal's left back ties the game! Back for Lamine Yamal now. Yamal clipping it up. Nico Williams trying to get at the end of it there. Sao, does he have the speed? Does he have the space? No. Comes straight up in the air. Portugal struggling to closes it. Trying to put the move on. Here's Ronaldo. Roll back in for Pedro Neto. Spain have the numbers back. An outstretched leg, and what looked like was going to be the end of the attack anyway. Driving. Gets the cross in. Ronaldo tracking it, and it's going to end up on the roof of the net. But a good spell. And then Conceição.
That is a rash challenge by Oyarzabal. It is going to be a free kick. No free kick for Bernardo Silva. Oyarzabal slips it in beyond Diogo Costa. Spain break from inside their own half to the Portuguese penalty area. And the man who scored the winning goal in the Euro 2024 final last year gives Spain the lead again just before halftime in the nation. Ronaldo and Portugal will hope there's a big second act to come. For now, Portugal 1, Spain 2. Semi-final against Germany has come on for Bruno Fernandes. Oh, he's done really well here to get it back for Pedro Neto. Bruno Fernandes offside, however. Pedro Neto took a deflection on the way through. Nelson Semedo stopped by Cucurella. Ruben Diaz with it. Fabian Ruiz. It was spinning. It was slightly awkward for Diogo Costa. And of Nelson Semedo. Williams was arriving.
Great move on the outside. Nuno Mendes again. Mendes into the box. Deflect across. Ronaldo! What was that we were saying about his age?
And that's why he's on the field. Big game.
Pedri forced to cut it back again. Pedri blocked. Great recovery. Nuno Mendes out for a corner.
All right, Nuno Mendes.
Tripped up by Fabian Ruiz. Free kick coming for Portugal. Fabian Ruiz on a yellow. The Portuguese supporters. Bruno Fernandes hooks it in. Bodies crash. How's it heads away. Bernardo Silva to help. Williams Driving in, Nico Williams. Diogo Costa felt comfortable enough there. Build up. Nelson Semedo. No, it's going to be tight. Carrying forward, takes.
Right now, when it's a turnover, it's going to.
Lamine Yamal. Falea 1v3, gets it away. Back post. Cucurella kept it away from Semedo. It's out for a Portugal corner.
You said it.
Mendy tried to do just that. Here is Isco. Great attempt, but what a save! Diogo Costa keeps the game at 2-2. It's wonderful. Surely offside. Oyarzabal will play on. Oh, acrobatically saved by Renato Vega. There's no way it would have counted anyway, but he had to score. It's foul without him. The captain's armband passed on to Bruno Fernandes. He may still shine with this nation. Accelerates. Down he goes. It's going to be another booking. Bruno Fernandes. Ooh. Acrobatically touched away by Simon. That's it, the final action of 90 minutes. This Nations League fight.
Tempo's dropping in added time, but I think with all the substitutes that have come on, hopefully, you know, fresh players, they'll keep that urge.
Bit of joy to watch this evening. Oh, he's in around the back again. Fed by Leao. And just off target from Nelson Semedo. Never scored an international goal. Great desire from Portugal. Simply played it short, just as Baena was just trying to check back. Pedro Neto. Referee's assistant was right beside that. Jonas again. He was hanging in towards Oyarzabal. That's not a great clearance by Renato Vega, and Cucurella couldn't keep it down.
Yeah, he just snatches at the chance he had.
Infield. On he goes himself. Down he goes. No penalty. Distance coming on. Look at him go. Just about stopped at the very end by Pedro Porro. Now if you're looking at Al, we'll get a chance to run at the penalty area again. Yamal with the challenge. It's deemed to be a foul. It's a free kick to Portugal.
It's brilliant positioning initially.
For Spain. Back in by Pedro Neto. And the diving header from Nuno Mendes. Lays it to Marino. Bruno Fernandes briefly with a touch, but he can't get it back. Yamal! 2-2 it remains. This Nations League final. Still international goal. It's not a bad ball at all. Baena. Straight at Renato. Now Morata. High and hopeful. Diogo Jota. Portugal have outdone Spain. 5 out of 5 for Portugal. That sees them celebrate.
Class act though, Cristiano Ronaldo going to Morata, player who missed the penalty. He's gone around all the Spanish players. Oscar de la Fuente as well, giving him a big hug, just a word in his ear. Again, he knows what it's like to lose things, but just to commiserate with fellow professionals is so important. When you're a player like him, he doesn't have to do any of that. It can be all about him, all about Portugal, but he realises how tough it is to lose big games.
And who they've beaten in this final is going to make it feel all the sweeter. But they will not be getting their hands on the Nations League trophy this evening. He was quite a player in his day. Pepe brings out the prize for Portugal. Heroes' adoration for the former Real Madrid and Porto defender. He's had his time in the sun. He's had his glory. Former teammate of Cristiano Ronaldo when they won the Euros in 2016. And Pepe now lauds the successful Portuguese players who followed him. First man up onto the podium is the man who's receiving a special award. Nuno Mendes has been named Player of the Tournament for this Nations League finals.
Sometimes I do get something right. I thought he was brilliant.
Provided the assist for Ronaldo's goal in the semi-final. Scored his own goal here tonight. Nuno Mendes, who is not yet 23 years of age, is a young man with the world at his feet. And you can see what a popular figure he is with the teammates too. 36th cap tonight for Nuno Mendes, including Susan Kung and Jonas Ernie. Fourth official tonight, Serdar Gozjeburg from the Netherlands. Difficult with the stakes at this high to keep order, and the officials did a good job in that regard tonight.
They did a terrific job, and actually, of course, if they get it right, they get it wrong, they can make or break a final. They were excellent in terms of on-field decisions, VAR, superb.
Now, the runners-up. Everything they've touched has turned to gold in recent years. And great respect shown between the two Iberian neighbours here. They both wanted this prize so badly. Spain collect their silver.
And of course, it's Portugal's night, but a lot of international teams around Europe, around the world, just be a little bit wary here. You pull a tiger's tail and there's a response, there's a reaction, and I'm expecting one, and a positive one from Spain.
Luis de la Fuente, who replaced Luis Enrique after the World Cup in 2022, came so close tonight to becoming the first ever international coach of the back. Don't think we've heard the last of them by any means. Lamine Yamal, who arrived at this final, so much scrutiny around him, and Portugal paid extra attention to make sure that he would not be the one to shine.
Yeah, it was a big one-on-one battle, wasn't it? Lamine Yamal against Nuno Mendes, and it's pretty clear who came out on top. I'm not saying Yamal had a terrible game, but he just found it more difficult playing against one of arguably the best.
18 years of age. He's too young to rent a car, and yet he holds the steering wheel for this Spanish international team. Vindication for Roberto Martinez, who has bravely kept faith in the prowess of Cristiano Ronaldo. Many felt he should have moved the superstar on, but tonight this goes a long way towards proving the methods were correct.
Yeah, you look at the Portugal squad. Coach needs to get all his decisions right to win a game at this level, so give Martinez a huge amount of credit for getting the very best out of this Portugal squad.
Diogo Costa, penalty hero again in a shootout after his heroics here in Germany last summer at Euro 2024. Picture perfect moments for Pepe to collect and savour. That's Semedo, who came on as a sub in both the semi-final and the final. Some players who didn't get to kick a ball in anger at all, such as Antonio Silva there of Benfica. Conceição, who will remember his wonder goal against Germany in the semi-final. Dalot didn't get to play, but he does bring home a winner's medal. Rafael Leao played a big part in the latter stages of this final. But having waited for the others to step forward, it is once again Cristiano Ronaldo who takes the centre stage. Power, panache. The Portuguese story is not about potential, it is about pedigree. The first team to win this competition twice. Portugal are the Nations League winners for 2025. He's won it all, but he is hungry for every prize on offer. And there will be a day when Portugal mourns the retirement of Cristiano Ronaldo, but that day has not arrived yet.
Now, front and centre as always, Cristiano Ronaldo, but he'll pay tribute to his teammates, I'm sure. It's not just him that enables a team, a squad to win a big competition like this. He is a great team player, but it's just one of his smile, I think, really sums it up. What it means for Portugal to win this was in that smile from Cristiano Ronaldo.
It's a Nations League finals week in Germany that has been so tight and so cagey. Just one goal, remember, separated each of the semis. This final itself went all the way to the penalty shootout. A night that Portugal are never going to forget. They showed such resilience coming from behind in the semis. Vitinha, who hardly put a foot wrong, nearly drops the trophy in the celebrations. What a week for him. Champions League and Nations League. Vitinha proving himself to be amongst the most coveted midfielders in European football. And the Portuguese fans are going to savour this.
Yeah, Vitinha, the trophy's as big as he is, but when he plays, he is an absolute giant.
Consolation to Spain. Congratulations to Portugal, as the incredible Cristiano Ronaldo story moves up another level once again. For myself, Conor McNamara, from Andy Hedgecliffe in Munich, a very good night. Portugal, Nations League champions for 2025.